So does your teenager, or maybe you as well, do you struggle a little bit with anxiety or stress? Well, today we're going to talk about something you can do to help yourself physically to be able to get through those periods where you're feeling that anxiety and stress and be able to perform more effectively. So let's check it out. Well, hello everyone. My name is Jim White and I'm an author, coach, and the founder of the Family Enrichment Academy. But more importantly, I'm a parent just like you. My wife and I, we've raised 6 children into and through those teenage years as well. Now, today we're going to talk a little bit about something you can do to put you in a better position to handle anxiety and stress, and also to put your teenager in a better position to handle that. And so it's kind of twofold. It's for you as well as for them, and it's a way for you to help support them. But before we do that, I did want to let you know I have a free resource for you. I have 10 questions you should never ask your teenager. Think of these as like conversation killers. And then I've also got 10 great questions. These are the conversation starters. Now this is available on the website. You can go to familyenrichmentacademy.com and download that free resource. So be sure to check it out. So today I wanted to talk about, think of this as like a line of defense. I mean, something you can do to help prevent or help you get through those times where maybe you're feeling a little bit anxious or some stress. And what that is, it starts with the idea that if we can take better care of ourselves physically, you're going to be in a better position to handle these situations. I mean, think about it. Another example is, if you get hungry, you know how sometimes then you're more susceptible. You get mad easier. You start to feel anxious more easily when you're hungry. Well, this is along those lines, and this is related to sleep. So if you can be more rested, you're going to be in a better position to handle those. And so today I want to talk a little bit about sleep and maybe your routine, your pre-sleep routine, what you do in the evening right before you go to bed. And again, your teenager, it's pretty commonly known that a lot of times teens, they struggle with getting enough sleep, right? They tend to stay up a little later. They still have to get up early to go to school. So your teen getting good sleep and being well rested is going to be critical for them also. So I've just got a few strategies for you that you can maybe try to implement at the end of the evening, right before you go to bed, that'll help you to fall asleep faster and then enjoy some better sleep as well. So the first thing, and you may have heard this before, and I just want to restate it for you, is the idea of turning off the television, not looking at your phone. It's like no screen time. Have a period before you go to bed where there's no screen time. I think scientifically they talk about blue light. You may have heard that idea. That blue light tends to, it inhibits your ability to fall asleep. So you want to have a little break from that. 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes where you shut the TV off or don't look at the phone. So that'd be the first thing. I'd say, start that routine. It's sort of like you're preparing yourself for sleep. And so you start that 15, 20 minutes ahead, shut the TV off, shut your phone off, put that stuff away, or your laptop or tablet, whatever it might be. So that's step one. Then the next thing, once that's done, it's like, okay, what do you do? Well, what I would encourage you to do is if you have like a journal or some, get out a pad or something, and I want you to spend a little bit of time, we'll call it journaling. Do a little recap of the day. What'd you do? How you felt? And maybe if you want, incorporate a little gratitude into this, something you were grateful for. So again, you're just sort of dumping, if you will, or writing down what happened for the day. And then another thing I think can be helpful is the idea of making some notes about things that you need to accomplish maybe tomorrow. So a few reminders about stuff for tomorrow. And if you think about it, sometimes when we go to bed, what happens is we start thinking about all the stuff we need to do tomorrow, and it sort of keeps us preoccupied. If you can get that out on a piece of paper, you can be at peace that, oh, I won't forget about that. I've got it written down. You know what I'm saying? It sort of creates that sense that you've handled it, in effect, by jotting it down. So take, say, 15 minutes or so and just journal for a little bit. Recap the day, a little bit of gratitude, and then also maybe make a list of some things that you need to accomplish tomorrow. So again, you feel like that's sort of out of you, which will allow you to relax a little bit. And then the last thing I would suggest is for 5 minutes or so, maybe 3 to 5 minutes right before you get into bed, or you could do this even once you're in bed, put on some pleasant music, a little spa music or meditation music, and just do some deep breathing, that breathing exercises where you just focus on your breath. And the purpose here is to try to let your mind go quiet a little bit. again, one of the things that prevents us from falling asleep is when our minds are, going a million miles a minute. So just spend a little time trying to practice the idea of letting your mind go quiet and focus on your breath. Give this stuff a try and create a little bit of a routine for that pre-sleep routine will help you to enjoy some better sleep. And again, once you're more rested, then you're in a better place where when something happens that might make you anxious or feel stressed, you're going to be just in a better place. You're going to have a defense against that, as I said. And again, do this, encourage your teenager to participate as well. This is one of those great examples where you can model the behavior and then invite your teenager to join you, right? Or maybe have them, maybe you've got a few other strategies that you could put into play there in that last 15, 20 minutes before you go to bed. And the teen could help come up with that and design the plan, if you will. So again, it's a great thing that you can do that's going to help both of you. So give it a try. Now, before we sign off, I did want to remind you that I do have that free resource for you, those 10 questions you should never ask your teenager, and those 10 great questions as well. And you can go get that and download it at www.familyenrichmentacademy.com. So be sure to check that out. Once again, it's truly an honor and a privilege to be able to serve and support you as you move along your parenting journey. And I did want to acknowledge you for your willingness to step into and be open to learning and growing, because this growth mindset is just going to be critical to getting through these teenage years. So I just, again, wanted to acknowledge you for that. Until next time, remember, a change in perspective changes everything.